I've spent 300 years fighting for the Order. I've killed thousands of Orcs and defended dozens of rifts. And this is how it ends. One slip and a kobold's blood, and my skull cracks open on the gatehouse steps. So now the task of defending this fortress falls to my apprentice. That's it then. The world is doomed.
People say I'm a pessimist. That's one hell of a way to start a video game. Anyway, this is Orcs Must Die. Probably one of the better games I played all of last year. It's a mixture of third-person shooting and tower defense. It's pretty unique. You naturally have a crossbow, infinite ammo, got special powers you can use for each weapon that you get. Now, your main objective is to defend yourself and your home base, which you can see right there, from Orcs, which are going to come in through that gate. And to help you out along the way, you get an assortment of traps and weapons that you can select at the beginning of every mission. You get a certain loadout each time, and each one has different uses, costs different currency, which you get by killing Orcs. So you generally choose what traps you think are going to be effective, place them between the rounds or at the beginning. And as soon as you're satisfied with your battle defenses, you can go ahead and unleash the Horde. Now, as soon as that happens, the Orcs will start bursting through.
Here they come!
And it's your job to take them out. Naturally, it's a good idea to shoot a couple. Headshots are instant kills, otherwise, it takes a few hits to the body to kill them. And, of course, your traps do most of your work for you. So once you end a round, you usually get a bonus, and you can spend that on more traps if you want to. And then the next round starts. Now the number of options you've got to take out your enemies is staggering. There I just used the stun ability for the crossbow to give yourself some breathing room. You've also got a melee weapon, which is kind of risky, because if you die, you lose rift points, but it's often worth it for the sheer power. And it, of course, has a special ability of its own. And there, I just busted out the flame bracers, which, I gotta say, probably the most useful weapon so far. And here I've gone ahead and laid some extra traps just for the hell of it. And sniping a couple as they come in is always a good idea to thin their ranks. Targets slow them down, they get burned, and then shot by arrows. The combinations are just endless. And the combinations will also increase your kill streak, which gains you more cash. Oh, I never get tired of seeing that dance. Once you finish with the level, you go to the victory screen. You get your score. And you're given a certain number of skulls based on your performance, which you can use to upgrade your traps in between levels if you're having trouble. I've been pretty much going through the game slowly as possible, going through each mission and getting as many skulls as I can. Kind of a perfectionist, and also I like to get the best ratings. You see here the campaign is quite long. I'm maybe 2/3 through it. That's because I keep going back. Now there's two normal difficulties, an apprentice setting, which you don't get many skulls for, and then the war mage is normal. After you beat that, you can go on to the nightmare mode. I can't imagine the game being much harder. So that, my friends, was Orcs Must Die. Now, if you like tower defense games, if you like action games in general, third-person shooters and such, or if you like a game with a good sense of humor, sort of similar to Army of Darkness, the main character actually sort of resembles Ash Williams in a not-so-subtle way. I wouldn't hesitate for a second to recommend this game. It's stellar. I may have mentioned earlier about the difficulty, but that's really only if you're trying to go for every single skull. If you're, an obsessive like myself and refuse to settle for anything less, it's a good challenge, but it's not too difficult. The apprentice difficulty should make it accessible to most people, even if they haven't been used to playing really challenging games before. Each level adds a new layout, a new area. You get a new trap or weapon, basically, with every level that you go through. And every few levels you get introduced to a new enemy type to defend against. And all those things combine make you have to rethink your strategies and implement them quickly if you're going to succeed. It's all about frenetic shooter gameplay juxtaposed with, careful placement of a variety of creative and, frankly, hilariously violent traps. I've really never seen anything like this, and as far as I know, there's nothing like it on the market at all. It's available on Steam and XBLA right now. It's about $15 if I'm not mistaken, which, frankly, is a great deal for the amount of content that you're getting. There's also some very affordable DLC. I think adds 5 extra levels and a couple new enemies. If you need, more orcs to slay, you've got it. Also, last thing, there is a demo out on both platforms, I believe. So, if you'd like to try it, if you're not convinced by what you've seen here, by all means, go check it out. This game is, for lack of a better word, awesome. You won't be sorry.